Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome in. Welcome in. For my subscribers, welcome back. How you doing? I hope everybody's having a beautiful Saturday so far. But if you haven't been with me before, hello, welcome in. My name is Priscilla. I'm a psychic medium, tarot reader, empath, a healer, and I also have the gift of telekinesis, which I will give you an example of in a minute. I embody my spirits. My spirits are always with me. I speak through my spirits, through my pendulum here, emblem, whatever you want to, amulet, whatever you want to call it. Okay, they're saying yes, but they're going to pick out the first several cards, and then I will follow it up with tarot. This is a general reading for Sagittarius, so please take what resonates and leave the rest to who it belongs to, okay? I do private readings. My information is down below. All right, Sagittarius. You can have Sagittarius anywhere in your chart. Your sun, moon, rising, Venus. All right, so subscribe to my channel so my spirits and I can pick up on your energy, being that it is an energy exchange. Okay. All right, let's go. They wanted to pick out from what's blocking you. All right, so this is a what's blocking you. This can be in your past, present, or future energies right now. All right, let me give you an example of my telekinesis real quick and we'll jump right into the reading. All right, so I will move the clapper with my hands, all right, first, and then I will do it with my mind. But yes, my hands move whatever I have in my other hand, as long as I'm connected to it. Okay, as long as I'm connected to it, I can move it. And it doesn't have to be crystals, it can be whatever object. All right, whatever object. All right. All right, and I am going to now do it with my mind. Just give me a second. This is just the, they say that telekinesis doesn't exist or whatever, but it does. I had Kundalini awakenings, so I'm able to shift things with my mind and with the energy of my hands. Also, my hands are healing as well. Okay. If you have any questions, comments, please leave it down below. I know it sounds crazy and all, but it is what it is. Just facts. All right. All right. So my spirits will pick out the first several cards. And let's see what they are trying to say with this deck. What's blocking you? Sagittarius spirit. What's crowning Sagittarius with this deck? What's crowning Sagittarius? What is crowning Sagittarius? Oh, the spirits are in strong today. Wow. Fixing them. Okay, so you can't fix someone. They have to want to change. Accept them or let them go, spirits are saying. Okay? Accept them or let them go. You can't fix them. All right? You can't change them. So this is you trying to fix them, fixing them. This is either you or them or somebody in your energy that you know that this is happening to. So it says, you can't fix someone. They have to want to change. All right? Accept them or let them go. All right? That's what's crowning you right now. Your third eye. Your third eye. Sagittarius. Judgment. This is what your intuition. It says, don't be too quick to count someone out. Be open and give them a fair chance, they're saying. All right? So don't be too quick to judge somebody, they're saying. Judgment. Give them a fair chance. Don't be so quick to judge. Be open and give them a fair chance, they're saying. Don't be so quick to count someone out. So just, keep that in mind. Don't be so quick to count someone out. All right. I hurt my finger, guys. So I'm wearing this to protect it. Fingers. All right. So right now, what you your throat chakra, what you're saying right now, your communication is love's the answer. All right? Love won't solve your problems. You need to work on being independent. All right? Love won't solve your problems. You need to work on being independent. Love's the answer. Love won't solve your problems though. You need to work on being so independent. So give that maybe that person, don't count that person out, you know. Like what Paul says, you can't love yourself, can't love nobody, something like that. But get hard to get. This is you, hard to get. All right. This is you or them, hard to get. You are missing opportunities by playing too hard to get. Give someone a chance. All right. They're saying to give someone a chance. You're missing maybe opportunities by playing too hard to get. This is Manhattan we're talking about. Somebody here is probably from New York. All right, Manhattan is showing Broadway, and it looks like Midtown. So you can be, anywhere and live in New York, anywhere in Manhattan. Okay, you can be in a city where there's a lot of people, always, going by you. Always, a lot of business going on around you or something like that. Okay, and I don't know. I feel like somebody here is maybe dealing with somebody who has a issue like a substance issue. I don't know where that came from, but that's what I'm feeling, Sagittarius. Right now, what is this? Your gut is getting crumbs. So you deserve more than your crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you. That's right. You don't deserve to be breadcrumbs. Yeah, confirmation. There it is, confirmation. You don't deserve to be getting breadcrumbs. All right, so you're getting crumbs. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you. All right, wait for your king or your queen. Don't mess around with these jokers. You know what I mean? Every queen needs its king, and every king needs its queen. Confirmation again. All right, you don't need to be dealing with jokers. All right, so just wait. Somebody could be breadcrumbing you. You know what I mean? And don't be so quick to judge somebody. They're probably, like don't be so surface. You know what I mean? Um, you might be, dealing with somebody, a water sign here, a Scorpio, a Pisces, a Cancer. All right. But I keep on feeling that too. Like, don't be so surface. Dig deeper. Beauty fades. Dumb is forever, or but you have to have a connection more than anything else, because when you grow older and all that passion and all that sex and all that thing goes away, all you're stuck with is conversation and having somebody to be compatible with somebody, and having a compatible person to live with, to grow old with. It's not just so surface, so they're saying. And I feel like too with trying to fix them, it's accept them for them or let them go. Again, with it's something to do with the surface thing here. Somebody might look good or whatever, or somebody might look bad. You got to accept somebody for who they are and what they look like. You want somebody who you can be yourself around too. You don't want to have to mask yourself and walk on eggshells and oh my god, I gotta look like this or this person won't like me. No, if you can't be yourself, then go, off. You know what I mean? Bye. Take a short walk on a long pier. You don't need to be breadcrumbs. Spirit wants you to be with somebody who like good things come to those who wait. Okay, but don't be so quick to judge. Give people a chance. Sorry if I'm ranting. When I went into a rant and rave right there, but I had to. Somebody needed to hear that. Okay, somebody needed to hear that. All right. So this unsocial. This is where your love life is. Unsocial. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. Okay. You need to get out and you need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. Period. You're unsocial probably right now. This is in your love life. Okay. So it's not going to come knocking at your door, all right? It's not going to come knocking at your door. So you got to get out there. Even if you go to the store, even if you go fishing, even if you go on a party, but whatever, just get out there more. Even if you go on a hike, the library, I don't know, whatever, just saying, shopping, whatever, the mall, whatever, but get out more, all right? Maybe you need to get out in the wilderness right now. Maybe for some of you, you like to go hiking or like to be in the forest and around earth and stuff and nature and walking, stuff like that. Okay. All right. What's grounding them? What's grounding Sagittarius? What's the grounding energies here? What's the grounding energies for them? All right, your grounding energies are sex only. Guys. All right, either you or your partner's only want sex. Accept that it's okay, or reach for more. Okay, so it's up to you if you just want the sex or not. That's up to you. Sex only. So this is a person, either you or them. All right, that just wants to, sex only. Okay. You don't want to deal with nothing else. You just want sex. Either you or your partners only want sex. Accept that it's okay, or reach for more. Reach for more. So lust, not love. There it is. Right after sex only. This is what you don't see at the last card on the deck. Okay, passion isn't the same as lasting love. So don't get sucked in just by good sex. All right, don't get sucked in just by good sex. They're saying. So sex only. This is what grounds you. This is right now what's going on. This is what your stability is. What's in your house right now. Lust, not love. All right. So passion isn't the same thing as lasting love. Like I said, you might want to grow old with somebody, but beauty fades. So, dumb and is forever and all that. After you love someone and they're beautiful and you fall in love with their exterior, that, yeah, sex is great and everything. That all, calms down after a while. So I'm just saying. All right. All right. Tarot. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Sagittarius. 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 Strength. All right, you're gonna have to have strength and courage to get through this. All right. Yeah, look, confidence, a chariot here, movement, going forward, going into a direction, controlling something, departing. I think that, don't be so quick to move out, Don't be so quick to move out. Give somebody a chance here. Look, give somebody a chance, a union, two of cups, unified love, a partnership, a person, your connection, a proposal, a marriage. So maybe for some of you, before you get married or something, you need a job or something like that, I'm getting. Or you need to become independent, or you need a job before you deal with when you move on with this person. Like, you can't live off love alone, right? You got to pay rent, food, utilities, right? So I think that kind of energy is what I'm getting here. Strength, moving on with this relationship. So saying, so accept them for who they are, give them a fair chance. Look, you don't want to be left out in the cold, you know? Five of Cups. I mean, Pentacles, financial loss. Give someone a chance. I feel like, again, like, you know, being left out in the cold because you're being hard to get, you know? You're missing opportunities. You know, you are missing opportunities. Look, financial loss. You're missing money. You're losing money. You're losing something here. It's going to be a loss of, you know, any kind of loss. But you're missing opportunities by playing too hard to get. Give someone a chance. Again, we're giving somebody a chance. And like going into the direction of this unity, you know, with the Chariot and the Two of Cups. Having compassion for this person because, you know, you can't fix someone. So yeah, you either have compassion for someone, the strength to move on with this person, or you have to let them go. It could be, you know, lust. Don't confuse, you know, lust and love. All right, that's another thing. Because of good sex, don't get sucked in by the good sex. Yeah, look at that disappointment, walking away from something, abandoning something. Yeah, because you deserve better. You might be getting crumbs. So you're disappointing, you're walking away, you're leaving behind. Eight of Cups, you know. You might have been disappointed right now with your person, you know, and you have to move on from this you know, this marriage, this connection. Because, you know, the financial loss made you disappointed, so you have to walk away. You know, for some of you, that can be your story as well. Yeah, so you're going into your victory. Five of Wands. This is competition, conflict, maybe because of children. Okay, and because, you know, you have a new mental, you know, you have a new way of thinking. You know, thirst for knowledge. You want, you know, new things, new ideas. You know, you want to learn different things here. This is mental energy, though. But I think that you're arguing with somebody here. Competition. There's rivalry, disagreements. This is what grounds you because of the sex only. You know, it can be just sex again. It might be disagreements and competition and stuff like that, rivalry with your person, because it's just only about sex. All right. And again, you know, with the public recognition on social, Spirit is trying to say, you know, public recognition, go out. You need to get out and mingle with, you know, new people. Go to the store, go out into the wilderness, go out, you know, hiking, but new people. So you can meet someone on a cruise or something. But you're walking away into victory. You know, if you are, you know, right now in a financial loss or whatever, you're walking away into victory. You might be in competition too, in a competition or something like that. Yeah, Page of Swords. Feel like you're guarding yourself against something. Maybe you're trying to protect your home. For some of you, you're protecting your home from this breadcrumber or something to do with maybe saving money. Mm. What's the strength card for Sagittarius? Soulmate. There's a soulmate connection here, a friend, a romantic partner, compatibility. This could be a friend. You know, there's a lot of soulmates. You can have a lot of soulmates, you know, in your lifetime. But there's a soul connection with this, with the, with this person that you're trying to fix. They want you to accept them or leave them. You know, you can't. This is that person right here, the soul connection that you have. It could be a friend that you can't fix. You know, you just have to have compassion for them, you know, and be a good influence on them, and try to tame that beast. You know. Okay, so forever changed. You know, a new self. This is you. Lasting changes. A love that transforms. You're forever changed with this person, with your soulmate. But look, there's gossip here. There's gossip about you, worried others will talk, or heard rumors about you. This is your partner. This can be, somebody, a connection of yours, a partner, a connection, or somebody, that you're connected to, a partnership. Somebody's gossiping, though. And I just heard, worry about yourself. I don't know why I just heard that, but worry about yourself. All right, worry about yourself. Worry about everybody else's things, People change, they, forever change. I feel like, for somebody here, you're forever changed about something. Like an open mind, like, like you opened your mind to something and something just came in. You can be seeing a lot of butterflies for some of you. Butterflies are significant, butterflies, and I don't know, I just heard a wreath. Maybe you guys are working on a wreath, or somebody has a wreath, or you want a wreath, or something like that with the wreath. Okay. Look, there's secrets in your heart right here. Secrets. So a secret admirer, moving in silence, more to be revealed. Okay. There's more to be revealed, moving in silence. Yeah, so I feel too, like, for some of you, you have to, like, again, giving somebody a chance. There's more to be revealed, I feel like more listening, less talking and more listening. Maybe this person is wearing a mask or something. All right, and then you have my rock here. Loved and supported, solid foundation, security and stability. Yeah, you deserve more than, crumbs. That's right. You deserve this love. For some reason, that. You deserve somebody who's going to be your rock. And this is what your gut is telling you. Like, no, you're disappointed and I'm walking away. I know what I want. Security, stability. I'm not going to be getting crumbs. I will sit here in misery then. I will be here humble. Okay, I will be your humble, sitting right here. All right, being humble, getting everything that I need, eating good. All right, in the neighborhood, minding my business, because I know that my king is coming, my queen is coming. This is that energy that that I'm getting, because I know I'm somebody's rock and somebody's going to be my rock. Sagittarius, you're a solid foundation. You know what you're working with. I feel like you know what you're working with. For some of you, you love fishing. I don't know if I said that before, but I feel fishermen are here. Or you love seafood. Love fishing, love seafood. Some of you hate seafood. Just for that, hate seafood. Love boating, love being out on the beach. This is what grounds you. Unrequited. I knew that was going to come out. One-sided love, not enough attraction. Feeling are not mutual. Yeah, competition. It's just sex. Okay? It's okay to want more. It's okay to, look at that. Next to my rock, I skipped right over my rock, but foolish is next to foolish. I skipped over foolish. This is your love right here. Foolish choices. Careless, not serious. Playing games, tricks. All right, tricks. Playing games. And I feel like you're self-confident here. But you're I feel like you have self-confidence and somebody around you might not be serious. That's why Spirit wants you to meet new people. Don't be unsocial because somebody, uh, was just, a booty call and you're feeling some kind of way. That was just love. It wasn't lust. It wasn't love. It was just lust. Again, that's what you didn't see. Don't get sucked in just because it was good sex, they're saying, but yeah. All right. What's the tea with this? What's the tea for Sagittarius? Oh, God. All right. No problem. All right. What's going on for Sagittarius here? Hmm. Witch hunt. Independent. Again, with the independent. Just independent. 60. You can be reaching 60 years old. You can be leaving somewhere. You can be leaving your home. You can have a child that's going to college right now. But look, there's a witch hunt. Okay, there's a witch hunt here. You can be 56 years old or 55 or 50 from 56 to 60 it looks like here, or 55, 60, whatever. Maybe leaving home, but there's a witch hunt going on here. Yeah, I feel like people are being judgy against somebody here. They're being very judgmental, maybe against you, and you're moving forward. Look, because independent, and then right above that is chariot. We're moving forward, like movement, going. You're leaving. You're determined to do something independent, moving forward. Going in one direction, packing your bags and leaving. Packing, going, and you have a new self that just, a new self, lasting changes. Maybe I love that. Maybe you're moving in with somebody. Maybe you judged too soon and you knew. Maybe somebody's dragging their feet right now in committal. Maybe somebody's dragging their feet. You can be stuck in a marriage. You can be, waiting for a marriage. People are gossiping about it, or maybe your person is talking to their people about it, about getting together, about this marriage. But also it says you need to work on being independent. And this is independent. You walking away. You going somewhere, dragging their feet in committal. Maybe somebody, wants to leave. Maybe somebody wants to get, married. It can be either way here. Maybe somebody wants to leave and they're dragging them, they're chained to this person who they don't want to be chained to. Or somebody wants to get married and they're talking about it to people, but it's a financial thing here. Also, that you have to, you need the money. You need to be independent first. You got to be the man first because there's, financial loss here. So there's, money loss here, poverty, insecurity. Maybe, money's hard to get at this time for you. For some of you, look, mate coaching. This person, maybe they have a secret lover on the side or something like that. It looks like mate coaching. This is 61 years old. 16 is significant. The number 16, so December 16th is significant. You can have a 16-year-old, or you can be 61 years old. 78 is here. So 1978, 87 is significant, but public attention. Look at that. Again, public recognition. Something to do with public recognition, guys, here. Public attention. Yeah, you deserve more than crumbs of affection. So, and you're disappointed. So right now, for some of you, you're seeking, stability, attention, love, and support. You're searching for a rock, not a crumb. For some of you, you're gonna be. For some of you, you can be in the industry of like singing. Singing, yeah, playing an instrument, a piano, or for some kind of instrument. Maybe you were offered an opportunity. Maybe you were disappointed on the opportunity or something like that, and you walked away from something here. This could be that you walked away from someone. I feel that made you like had a fight in public. You know what I mean? Had a fight in public, or embarrassed you in public, or something like that, or threatened your stability or your security. With a fight or something. Maybe they had a fight in public. There's a fight in public. Keep on something to do with that. Skating on thin ice. Somebody here is skating on thin ice. All right, your partner made a foolish choices playing games. Maybe they were careless about something, or they're not serious. The 26th is significant. November 26th. You can be 26 years old, 62. Doormat energy. All right, yeah. Look with the heel right above that, unacquitted. One-sided love over here with the heel. Somebody stepping on doormat energy. You could be 51 years old, or have a 15-year-old child, or your relationship can be 15 years old. But I feel like your house can be also 15 years old, or you can be competing in something for 15 years. But this is doormat energy, so somebody's trying to, it's one-sided again. This person is competitive, jealous, argumental, like they're always fighting, they're in competition with you, they're one-sided. There's not enough attraction here. The feelings are not neutral. They're skating on thin ice. All right, and they're doormat energy. They're being nasty. This can be you to them, or them to you. It was just for sex. It's a sex thing. Again. The number 13 is significant too. The number 13. How much time we have? Not a lot. All right. Let me just get one from your spirit for Sagittarius. You know what? I'll do that for next time. But let me pull a card from here. Sagittarius Collective. Sagittarius Collective. Okay. Community Spirit. EFP 4. Sagittarius Collective. Don't forget to like and subscribe, okay? So I can pick up on your energy, my babies, all right? All right. Let's go. What is all of this? To wrap this reading up, Spirit. What is all of this? All right, so we got the first thing that popped out on me was August. Something happened in August, full moon. Okay, here's grapes in August. And then we have bird, perched, waiting for news, a package, a letter. All right, you must be waiting for something here, a package. Somebody's waiting for a package, some news, a letter of some sort. Okay, grapes, time to go out and have fun again. Time to go out and have fun. Don't be, unsocial. It's time. All right, it's time to go out and have some fun. Spirit is saying it's a must. Even if you go to the store, baby steps. Home Depot, the garden, whatever. Star, that's right. Guaranteed success. It's going to be guaranteed success. All right, successful outcome to your problems, the key. Successful outcome to your problems. All right, so whatever this is that you're disappointed about, this loss of money, whatever, this competition here, this rivalry, this conflict, fighting, or whatever, sour grapes, it's time to go out and have fun. All right, you got the star. What else, Spirit? What else? Haystack. So karma. You will reap what you have sown. Period. All right? Karma's here. You will reap what you have sown. Karma. Haystack. And then it says flowers. Happiness. Okay? Happiness. So there, your karma must be good, because definitely going to be happiness is on your way. For some of you, your favorite color is purple. Purple is significant. That color purple is significant. All right. Thank you, Spirit. All right. This was your reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments. Please be kind to one another. Please don't be mean, because mean people suck. I will see you soon, my beautiful Sagittarius. Peace out.